Yeah, good bounce back win after a tough one on Thursday and a short turnaround, and just really proud of our guys for their fight and their resilience. And it was great to see, obviously, to have Patrick back and then to be with the team again as far as playing. But we had contributions from everyone, from Donovan Newby to Josh Thomas, and even some of the unheralded ones like Jordan had 10 assists and Joey had 3 or 4 blocks. So it was an all-around effort, and really proud of our guys today and their fight back.
Pat, how badly did you guys need this one?
We need it badly. I mean, I think every game we want to win, and I think of every game as a must-win. But I think our guys are confident, but to get even more confident, you need those W's in that column in order to take it to another level. And the work that you put in, you want to make sure you see the fruits of your labor. But this was huge, especially in conference. Where we're 1-1 now, and we don't play another conference game until the 30th. But this is big, because if you're talking about putting yourselves in contention for that, you got to win games, and especially home games.
Patrick, how good did it feel to get back out there? How tough was it missing those 3 games?
I mean, anytime you're sitting out, it takes a toll on you mentally. But I mean, just being around the guys, I know they gave me confidence, and I was there with them mentally and morally. So just kind of finally getting out there and being out there. I mean, you saw the energy that I was playing with out there, and I was just so happy to be with the guys and finally competing for one goal.
Patrick, you guys were shooting the lights off the ball once again, and the last game as well. Is that something that we can kind of expect from your team moving forward? A 3-ball shot, is that where a lot of your confidence lies?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of really good shooters that when they're set and they have time, they can knock it down. And I think one of the big things with us that's helped us with those percentages is just sharing the ball. We're a new group. We've got 7 new guys. Many of our guys are first-year guys in our starting lineup. So it'll take some time for us to really get to know each other, know where we like the ball. And, if we're just sharing the ball like that, swinging the rock, and the ball is finally the open shooter and they're knocking it down, that's what we can live with.
Pat, how big is that 3-point shooting against a team like Robert Morris that's so heavy on the zone?
No, it's huge, because they're almost daring you to shoot it a little bit, and even we got some plays in the elbow area. But for us to be able to knock down the threes and open it up a little bit, that gave a little bit of space for even Joey down to work in the paint. On some of the plays, they fouled him on a couple of them. But 3-point shooting is it's a game changer, and that's right there. If I'm doing my math right, that's 42 points right there off of 14 threes. 14 threes, and that's huge. You need that in a game like this when they're playing zone, where they're want to try to keep you out of the paint. And our guys did a great job. They had their feet set, they were ready to shoot, and they took advantage of it.
Patrick, 6 for 6 from 3, tied a school record. Does that have some meaning to you personally?
I don't like to look too deep into personal records, but whatever it takes to get the team to win. And if I had to knock down those shots, and if this game was to start over again and I had to take those, I would have to knock those down again. So, that's a nice record to keep in the back of your head, but knowing that it contributed to a win is something that feels greater to me.
Right. Pat, Jordan, you mentioned he had a really good kind of stat stuffer game, and you love those out of a point guard. It seems like the offense has been a little bit of a struggle for him. He did knock down a couple of threes, but is that kind of what you envisioned from him when you brought him over from UTEP? Is just, he's able to pass the ball, he can rebound, he just does a little bit of everything, it seems like.
Yeah, I think the one area, or a couple areas that Jordan is really consistent is the rebounding. I think last game he even had 9 rebounds, and that's really good. And I think he takes even more enjoyment out of the 10 assists right now and the win. And we're just trying to just figure out, maybe it's some mechanical things with his shooting that we help him with, but also he's an athletic kid that can get downhill and get into the paint, so we want him to take advantage of that and just manage the game. He and Melo on the floor at the same time. We want those 2 guys to try to manage the game as best we can, see opportunities on the break, or times when they can go, but also times where they can find their teammates as well. But in the last 2 games, I've been really proud of the way that he's played, and we just want to continue help him be consistent in the shooting front, take the shots that are there that are available for him and that are in his wheelhouse, and then just keep it going. And defensively, he's been doing a good job.
You guys were able to win pretty handily without Dre. Is he suffering an injury? What's going on with him?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the last game that we played. I mean, there's probably 3 or 4 times that he just hit on the ground, and I just didn't want to take a chance with how he was feeling with his ankle. So again, we'll go back to the drawing board and see where, not even drawing board, but go back and medically see where he's at and see how he feels, and then go from there.